Alright, we're going to go into a submission sequence when we don't have a gi on and we're in side mount. Okay, it's going to be pretty basic to start with, and then from there it can get quite complex dependent upon how good our partner is at defending the moves that we're going for. So, we're here in our side mount. I'm jamming my knee into his back. I'm in this good position. I'm going to attack his arm. I may as well. It's right there. So I'm going to go straight into an S mount. So I'm going to scoop this arm and I'm going to throw that leg underneath. Okay. Now in this position, I'll be nice, but I'm leaning this way. I'm going to throw my leg over. So I'm starting to work on my arm bars. So we're going to work with gable grip, just like he's got here. All right, I'm in my Kimura grip. So I'm starting to go for my armbar, and I just feel that I'm not going to break the grip. So in this position, I'm going to thread this leg. I'm going to point my toes, and I'm going to go through here like this. So both legs are right near his head. So here in this position, what I can do is I'm holding onto his arm. As soon as I move my leg, I'm going to quickly scoop his head. Okay, now here in this position, I can start to lean backwards, and I'm going to stop halfway. I'm flexing the back of my hamstring and also my calf. Then I can throw that leg over and get a very nice side triangle here. Let alone, I can go back to the armbar that I was initially thinking of. Once I start to thread this leg through and go to here, if I'm too slow and I start to go like that, he can start to post on my leg, throw, and then start to scramble and retract and pull his arm out, where I might be forced to work on controlling him, or maybe he just is quick, he gets back to a guard, gets back to his knees, I stuffed up. So in that position, we'll just go straight into the armbar. All right, this is really important that as soon as you thread that leg through, I'm okay at the moment, but as soon as I move my leg, I'm going to scoop his head. So it's a lot harder. So I'm here in this position. Okay, now here, what we can do is he might be pushing my leg, and I'm going to relax my leg. I can't contract my leg, so just push and pull. That can still happen. Okay, so if I feel like that is going to be the case, as soon as I'm here, okay, as he goes to push my leg, I'm going to relax, bring it over the top and hook behind his neck. Now here in this position, I can start to put the leg over the top of his face, and I'm pushing into the side of his neck and I'm scooping here. So this is very hard for him to sneak out like he did prior. I can bring that leg over the top. Okay, it's not the hardest armbar to go to because I'm putting pressure towards his neck and also back heeling here. So I can just lean backwards and work on a very, very easy grip break. This is only working this armbar because I have that downward pressure here like so. If he's really switched on, he could be letting go of the grip and blocking this leg, which is annoying. There's too much space here, so I've got to close this gap. If I leave it too long, eventually he might be retracting his arm and getting his arm out. So if I feel him blocking, I'm going to bring my knees together, and I can still get an armbar, although I don't have pressure on his head, I need pressure on his shoulder. So I'm going to bring my knee down, and I can either pinch my legs together. I could even think about triangling here in this position. Okay, it doesn't matter too much, but I've got a lot of downward pressure. So if he is trying to come up, I'm in a pretty good position here where I can still finish that armbar. Because it is no-gi, I'm holding on with both hands and I'm pulling the hand towards my face. So let's go over it again. We managed to get to this position. We're mucking around going for our arm bars. Can't get this, so I sneak this here. Okay, I think about scooping his neck, and he quickly lets go and pushes, just push my leg. Push it there we go, and I hook here. If he's starting to come up, I've just got to beat him and throw that leg over the face, and then I can easily finish an armbar. So, just think, if your partner is trying to escape, and they're going this way, they'll want their hand on this side. So they can push the leg there like that. So for example, if he's trying to go for, say, a hitchhiker, so if you let go for a sec, he'll go that side and bring the hand that side. So if I'm pretty switched on, so just roll back. Ideally, if he's trying to go one way, I want to go the opposite hip with his arm. So we'll go again. So I go through. Okay, I think about going like that, he quickly pushes my leg, hook it behind the neck. Now he's switched on, he's blocking. So I block my leg, so it's pretty hard to go over his face. So I hide that one, and let's say he's coming up this side. So I'm going to go to the opposite hip. So I'll allow you to come all the way up. I'm going to try and follow you, keep going to your knees. that's when I can go to the opposite hip. So just go back again, just so we can see. Think he's trying to go this way, so I go this way. Okay, so we'll go through it again. I'm here. Maybe I break the grip. Probably not. I get to here. I can think about my armbar, let alone I can go for my triangle. Okay, he's pretty switched on. He throws my leg, go the other one, quickly go there. Then I can maybe go here. Oh, he's blocking this one. So I've got to close the gap, and I can put that downward pressure on his shoulder. If he's trying to come up, I'm trying to beat him, and then I'm finishing on this hip, as opposed to here, because this is the way he's trying to go. I want to go the opposite side. But let's say he goes a little bit further. So go all the way up to your knees. I'm going to follow, point my knees down to the mat, like that there. Then I've got a lot of room to play with that armbar. So I'm trying to, so just lay on your back for a sec. There's a lot to this one. It's not as common. I don't want to have my knees here like that. There's a heap of space. He's completely getting out. So I want to be down here like this. Then I've got a lot of room to play with the arm. So we get to the later stages. He's pushing my leg. If he tries to come up, I point my knees to the mat. And I go to the hip towards his head because he was trying to go the opposite way. So there's a lot happening with all of that. We're starting in side mount and we're working through a lot of different sequences of arm bars and triangles. If you do want to know more and go down more of a rabbit hole, just refer back to the armbar and triangle videos.